Hey, everybody, what's going on? We are live. Happy Thankful Thursday. I'm so happy everybody's here tonight. I'm waiting on my co-hosts. I got a couple of them jumping in the studio. I'm waiting on my little gypsy. She should be here shortly. And my lovely Michelle. Michelle's going to come on too. So right now it's just me, myself, and I, and my chatters in the house. How's everybody doing? What's going on out there? Tell me what is going on, because that's what Thursdays are all about, for all of us just to hang out and just talk about our week and what a week it's been for a lot of my Florida peeps. I hope everybody is safe. I've never seen anything like it. So absolutely crazy. You know what I'm saying? So you guys tell me if you can all see me and you can hear me and all that, because half the time I don't even know. It'll say I'm live, but am I live? I don't know. So you guys just say yes. Yes, Linda, you're live. Yes, we can see you. Because like I said, sometimes technology gets the best of me, but I'm learning as I go. That's how life is. You just keep going and you do what you got to do. Cool. You guys are looking mighty fine in the chat tonight, I must say. I must give a yeehaw out to all my chatters out there tonight, hanging with me. John Wayne and Bill H., thank you so much for jumping into the Treehouse tonight and just hang out with me. I got some things I'm gonna put out there and gonna read to y'all, but I'm gonna wait more people get in the chat so we can kind of start the show. And plus, got to wait for all my sidekicks to jump in the studio. So yeah, we have somebody got a surprise guest tonight. So I'm waiting on that too, but I'm not gonna say who it is. So you'll see. And my lovely Michelle has just joined. There she is. Everybody say hi, Michelle. Thanks for joining.
I finally made it.
Yeah, I can hear you good. I'm hearing you good. Okay, good, Bill. Bill H says he's eating. What are you eating, Bill? What's for dinner, babe? What'd you cook me? Oh, no, that's right. You got a girlfriend. Sorry. Ah, gosh, all the good ones. All the good ones are gone. That's okay. Bill H he jumps in the chat every week, so it's all good. But I'm just happy you guys are here, and I'm glad you're here too, Michelle. I'm waiting on Miss Kramer. She had to deliver some food, and she's running late, so she will be here. And then I got somebody else that is going to jump in the studio tonight, but it's kind of a surprise, so. We'll see if he braves it or not, or if he chickens out, doesn't. So, Michelle, where's your honey?
He was mad. He couldn't get home this weekend. He was supposed to, but his fleet manager sent him to Pennsylvania.
Oh,
so he won't be home till next weekend.
Oh, darn it! I thought I saw in the chat that he was home.
No.
Oh,
I wish.
Yeah.
He was wanting to be home this weekend.
Well, the next week then, or the next time when he is home, and you want to jump in, then I can say hi to him, because I haven't talked to him like forever. And
usually only home from Friday to Sunday.
Okay. John says, okay, so Bill says skillet meal, not too good. Oh yeah, I'm not big on skillet dinners either. Maybe it's because I don't know how to cook them right. Because you have to really know how to cook those skillet dinners. And then John Wayne says, I'm picking up my mess after paramotor rebuilds and exchange. So What do you mean picking up your mess, John? Something happened to the paramotor? You have to rebuild it? Maybe I missed something. Yeah, Bill said he's eating cheesy chicken. Yeah, some of those pre-cooked meals are not really good, and they're not really good for you because they're so full of sodium. So I try not and buy too many. And plus, well, a lot of those meals, they don't taste the same anymore either, like they used to, because all the stuff they put in them.
I do a lot of home cooking meal because it's too expensive to eat out.
It is.
Shit.
Yeah. So John says tools all over the place. I mean, Bill asks John, tools all over the place, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. Did you guys in the chat, did you see the video from in Florida there from Rick from Gorillas, their airport, how the storm got some of their hangars and whatnot? Hi, Greg Laney. What's up? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight. Are you moving?
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Gotta mute you. She's moving over. Had to mute her for a minute. It's like, woo, woo, woo. What's up, Greg Laney? How's that? How's the book going? How's your new book that you wrote? How's that going? I've been thinking about that. You selling a lot of books, Greg? Yeah, check it out. There was quite a bit of damage down there. And Bill said, yeah, I saw the video. Yeah. I guess, could have been worse. There's I followed the storm chasers, and I followed storm chasers like all day yesterday. And it was absolutely crazy at the stage.
Yeah, there we go.
I was like, what's going on? I had to mute you because, it was.
I know. Well, I hit it wrong. I bumped the button and it took the screen off, and I was trying to get back to it and I couldn't. So I re-entered the studio, and I guess it doubled it. And I was like, so I just
that's the alarm goes off. Whoa. I go, oh no, here we go again. That's okay. I muted you. We're all good. Let's see. Greg said he sold a few and he's recovering recently. So it's been about physical therapy and getting healthy. Well, that's what it's about, Greg. Yeah. Please get healthy. Yeah. Robert, my son, Robert, he's under the weather right now. So, hi, Scooby-Doo in the house. What's up, Scooby-Doo? I'm just waiting on Miss Kramer. She was delivering some food, and she said she was running a little bit late, and she said she'll be here, so she'll be in the studio. And Michelle's like, okay.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
You're keeping me on my toes tonight, Michelle. Yes. Okay, now I'm going to leave the stage. Okay, now I'm back. Now I'm gone. Now you see me. Now you know. It's so funny. Let's see. Bill said, I never thought about the hanger doors, just hang in water, just unhooks them. Yeah, let's see. Scuba's in the house. Okay, we got Scooby-Doo, and John Wayne said, think I'll write a book on how to get open heart surgery, eat lots of fat, smoke cigarettes, sit on your ass, drink lots of alcohol. No, John, that's not how you do it. No, that's not how you do it. Mr. Walsh is in the house. What's up, Charlie? Good to see you. Everybody say hi, Charlie. Charlie in the house. What is up, Charlie Walsh? He's like the coolest ever. That guy is like the entrepreneurs of hobbies. That's what it is. I can't believe I said that word and I actually said it right, Michelle.
Right.
Because I make up my own words as I go. So, and lovely Munchkin in the house. Hello, Munchkin, my dear. Much love. I love you, beautiness. You're awesome. No, Charlie, you're the awesomest entrepreneurs.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg Laney's doing a shout out for me. Thank you, Greg. Greg Laney says, Linda has 97 subscribers, only 3 away. We're so close. I know. I actually chatted today with Jeff Goyne, and he's been super busy, and he's got a bunch of things up his sleeve. So, man, he told me, get with me in December, and he said he wants to be a guest on the show. So, Jeff Goyne, he wrote the book, and then he's also he's also an airline pilot too. And he's been on Robert's show, and he was on PPG Grandpa's show. And he always has a lot to say, a lot of stuff to share. I think could be really interesting. So that's my goal here with the show. See, I try to get people entrepreneurs on the show, people that, they love to fly, they do love to fly. And if they don't, that's fine. And then other things that they do besides, other hobbies. And it was so fun to have Greg Laney on the show, because I want people to come on to help them promote their business too. And it gets me super excited, to have people like that on, because I learn a lot from you all too. So, and since I started this show, I'm making notes here, but I started the show in June. And I think it's going pretty well. I'm having a good time with it. And Bill, let's see. Charlie says Jeff is great. And Bill said, do listen when Jeff talks. Yeah, he's a pretty smart dude. I guess he's doing something with, that's okay, Kramer. That's right, babe. We're right here for you. You just jump on in, baby, when you're ready. I don't know. I always make my notes before it's Thankful Thursday. And there was one particular thing that I saw on there did you guys know, and gals, that there is 52 Thankful Thursdays in a year? I did not know that. And I never thought to count or anything, but I'm like the Google queen. So I start Googling things like, I wonder what they're doing. And so she said she's backstage. Where is she? I don't see her yet. I don't see her.
Don't see who?
Let's see. I don't see you, Kramer. I don't see her yet.
No, I don't see her either.
Yeah, she said she's backstage. She's got she probably has to hit the newest one. Thank you, Scuba. Let me see. I'll send her the link again. We'll do this.
That's the problems I always have trying to get online on my computer too.
Okay. I can send it again to her, I think. Do you want me to send it to you again? Just resend it? Because it's right. I'm right underneath the Good Morning Thankful Thursday that I sent you this morning. The link. It's right underneath there. The Good Morning. There we go. There she is. Add to stage. Thankful Thursday that I sent you this morning.
Here I are.
It's right underneath there. Yay.
There she is.
Yay. There she is. Hi.
Shut up. Ain't nothing there.
I hear a radio or something. Which one?
Sorry about that.
That's you? Okay. Welcome, my gypsy.
Right. Sorry about that. The last kid didn't get home until after 6. He has football practice. So I couldn't deliver the
that's right.
groceries
That's what you said in your notes or said in your, when I look back on your text, on your DM, whatever. Yeah, we were just talking that we got a bunch of people in the chat already. Thank you so much, my chatters. That there's 52 Thankful Thursdays in a year. And that's pretty cool. And I love doing the show on Thursdays because it brings us all together and it makes us think about stuff and think about what we're thankful for. And so there's some things that you can do. I'll start the show kind of, that to write down things that you're thankful for. And you can start a journal, a gratitude journal. I have a journal, which you guys already know, and I started that like 2 years ago. In fact, I started the journal the day that I stopped drinking, and so I can keep track of the days that way, and it's fun because I can look back, like I can look at it and then go, what was I doing last year? Things like that, and it's pretty fun. But you can also write a letter to somebody and just say, like I write a letter to Gypsy or to Michelle and say, thank you, I appreciate, what you're doing. So either that, or if it's just a little text in the morning or something, to let them know. And Bill H says, if I'm not here, I'm flying. That's right. Nothing wrong with that. And then you can, if you don't know how to be nice to people and say thank you, then you can always go to college and take classes on how to say thank you and be nice to people. Yes. You can also start a gratitude jar. I never thought of that. I have a prayer jar with my prayer requests, but I never thought of a gratitude jar. That's kind of cool. Or put affirmations, write things on a paper and put an affirmation in there for every day. Like that calendar you got, when you see those little affirmations I put on Facebook every day, it's like a little index calendar thing that Leslie gave me. And that's kind of on the same thing, right? And then also you can meditate too. Like, how can I, you need a swear jar, Scuba. That's what it is.
If you spent a little more time praying, you might spend less time swearing.
Ooh.
Although if you fly, you
preach it, sister, preach it. Yeah. We're actually, I got a secret for y'all. We are actually waiting on Tony Marzano to jump in the studio with us tonight. Now, whether he does it or not, I don't know. So we'll see. But I'm going to start the show like I always do, and then maybe Gypsy, you can talk about your week and talk about because we haven't really talked about much about the flying and all that you did. So we want to hear all about that. So I'm going to read this real quick because I always open the show with something if I don't start coughing, whatever. I wish for you happiness deep down within, serenity with each sunrise, success in each facet of your life, close and caring friends, love that never ends. Spend memories of all the yesteryears, a bright today with much to be thankful for, a path that leads to a beautiful tomorrow, dreams that do their best to come true, and appreciation of all the wonderful things about you. So I appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate my para family and appreciate you guys just hanging out in the treehouse every Thursday. And I'm really having fun with this. I really am. And I'm just glad that, even if, if they're not in the chat, I know they're lurking, right? They call them lurkers. Yeah. So I think we did pretty well last week. We had, what was it? We had.
Let me find last week's.
We had how many lurkers last week? Or how many people viewed the show?
Let's see.
Last week was fun.
Who's on last week? I got to find the right page.
We had what do
we had Rachel on last week.
Yes.
Rachel. So we had 12 active chatters.
Mm-hmm. See, she's doing the numbers. Doing the number.
Yeah. We had 12 active chatters last week.
And then
how many?
I think of viewers we had. Did we have like 60 some viewers or something?
That's good.
That people watch the show, view the show. So I appreciate everybody out there. You know, if you're watching me, you know, while you're at work or whatever, thank you so much. You know, I really, like I said, I do this show for you guys, and just so we can all touch base, you know, midweek and then following the other shows and everything. And hey, Scott Savage in the house. What's up, Scott?
Hey.
We're going to wait till we get more people in the chat, and then Gypsy, I'll have you go through all the chatter names. Yeah, maybe. Well, I told Tony he can use his phone, and so when he gets on, he'll be like an expert, you know. But I hope he gets on, because he can talk about what he does, you know, what his job is. And I chatted with him one day, and he's got a pretty cool job, but I don't want to give it away. So until he, you know, comes on, he can talk about it or whatever. If he does, I don't know. It's okay. I get it. Stage fright, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna try to add her to stage. I don't see her yet.
Tony's like me. He's shy. He doesn't like to talk to anybody.
No. Oh yeah, Mr. Vegas. Yeah. He's so, you know, when he's in the chat, you don't even know he's in there. He's so quiet. Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome back, Michelle. We missed you.
See, she works so hard on all her internet stuff. Yeah, she's got her game face on. My signal's acting crazy. Well, are you on your phone? Just use your phone instead of your computer. Yeah, she probably is not getting a good signal. I'm just glad I saw on Facebook, and I'm just glad that a lot of my peeps are safe from you know, the hurricanes. You know, that they're okay, even though some places had quite a bit of damage. That was a crazy day. I was following Storm Chaser this morning as they're going through downtown in Florida, someplace downtown in Florida, and just all the destruction. It was just nuts. So what is Scuba saying, Gypsy? I'll let you look at the chat.
He said a friend called him yesterday, and he just wanted someone to convince him to buy a trike. Scuba thinks he's going to buy a trike now. For his friend is going to buy a trike. Hey, tell him to call me Scuba. I can convince him.
There you go. You tell him, Gypsy. I'm going to let you do some of the talking for a little bit, so I'm not like.
Not me. I'm too shy. I don't want to talk.
You don't like to talk.
I don't talk to people. I'm shy. No, I'm just
You
kidding.
are. I had to like drag you into the studio so many times. I know. I can't. I really can't.
And I was kicking and screaming. I've got a recording of it. Linda's dragging me, and I'm kicking and screaming. No, let me go. No.
Don't get in the studio now, woman. Get in there now. And what is Scott saying? I'm letting you do a lot of the reading.
Oh, Scott said they lucked out when Milton dropped to a category 3. They really did. PPG Gorilla did a live this morning showing the damage to the airport. Lucky their hangars were okay, but it moved this big, huge trailer he has.
Yeah.
To the winds moved his trailer. But
I saw that. Yeah.
And Lieutenant Dan is okay. He rode it out in his boat. He's got a little tiny boat.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I was watching the Storm Chaser last night, and he was sitting downtown in Petersburg, Florida. He was like downtown in between the garage or something. And he sat there for hours, and there's no way. There was debris flying all over his car, over his car and everything. And he was just like all into it. This is so cool. Man, look at that. Look at this. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So what's Scuba saying?
Scuba said Never trust the skinny chef Shane. We all know him. He almost died last night, only because the internet went out.
Oh no! Oh
But
my
they're
gosh!
okay. They didn't have any. They're good. They didn't have any damage, so they're in good shape.
I was going to check on him. Yeah.
Bill knows Lieutenant Dan too. Yeah, he said God told him to move to Tampa, Florida, so he did, and he's living on a boat, and he rode the storm out in his boat.
I heard about that.
Line. Yeah, he had to cut the line because the boat was banging up against the dock, but he cut the anchor off, and so it quit banging so bad, and he rode it out just fine.
So that's a true story. That's really something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I thought maybe somebody was, wow.
Oh no, he's the one-legged Floridian man. He's an
nice actor?
Huh?
Is he's an actor, right? No?
No, he's a criminal. But
he's
got a shady past.
He's
trying to do good.
Out of the loop or whatever.
Well, and I'm so shy, I just accidentally meet people, so
I was thinking I was thinking Lieutenant Dan was do you want me to unmute Mike? Oh, she's muted. She muted herself. She has to unmute herself.
She has no audio.
So
there we go.
There she is.
My bad.
There she is.
I forgot I muted it.
I'm thinking of Lieutenant Dan from the movie. Forrest Gump. Yeah. Oh, Lieutenant Dan. Oh my gosh.
He's a real person. He's living now in Tampa, Florida, on his boat. It's a small boat. I got a 27-foot Catalina sailboat. His looks like it's a little bigger than mine. He's got a better cabin than I do, but it's not a big boat to ride out a hurricane on. But
wow,
yeah, he
got more guts than I have.
What a story!
I said he's got more guts than me. I wouldn't be on a boat with a hurricane.
Yeah, because somebody offered him a hotel room. They offered to pay for him to have a hotel room because he couldn't afford a hotel room. So they offered to pay him a hotel room, but he decided he was going to stay on his boat. He did not want to be separated from his boat.
Oh
so
my gosh.
He stayed on board his boat. Hey, it's floating. If the surge comes in, the flood surge comes in, it's 20 feet, just lifts up the boat. I would ride him.
Get swallowed by a whale.
Nah.
Oh my
God. That doesn't happen anymore. His name isn't Jonah. It's Lieutenant Dan. He won't get swallowed by a whale.
Yeah, I heard people talking about that, and I'm like, what are they talking about? They're talking about, Forrest Gump, because that's the only one. I thought, and Lieutenant Dan, well, he was a cool actor in there, He was, he gained a lot of popularity.
I didn't know it was actually real either.
Yeah, when you hear Lieutenant Dan or whatever. So, so Gypsy, tell us about your, how you got your, what's that now that, because we don't have a guest, you'll be like our little fill-in here. Everybody likes to hear about your flying or whatever. Talk about how you got your, what is it? There's so many lingos. Because you went up in the air all by yourself. And
I'm a solo pilot now. You just got to get 25 flights in with an instructor and show that you have the skills to fly. You know what you're doing. You know how to conduct your safety checks, and you know how to set up your wing and hook into it correctly and control it so you can get off the ground safely and follow instructions in the air. I do a pre-flight plan to let them know where I'm going. So if I end up landing out, they can they can look on Gaggle and see me if I land out, but it lets people know what my plans are, how long I intend to be up in the air, where I'm going to be. But I plan out my flight ahead of time, and then I get up there and do what I want to do anyway. But then you also got to land where you're supposed to. So once you get all those skills checked off, and 25 flights in, then you get your PPG-2 rating, and you are a true solo pilot. You can go up. They don't expect you to need an instructor in your ear to tell you, where to launch and where to land and how to do it and help you set your wing. So I became a true solo pilot at EFD. I was laying out my wing, and Ron is he's such a good guy, and he sees people and he just wants to help because that's the way he is, right?
Yes.
So I'm laying out my wing, and I took my jacket off because it was, getting a little warm with my jacket on, but up in the air I needed my jacket. But I took my jacket off and threw it in the seat of my trike, and I headed back to my wing because I like to scrunch it all up and accordion it up so all the lines are tight because it makes the wing pop up really fast. So I'm going back to scrunch it up, and he comes over to help me, and I went, no, it's okay. I just held my hand. I'm like, it's okay. I got this. He just threw up his hands and walked. He said, you're the pilot in command, and walked away and let me do it. And he came over and double checked everything when I was climbing into the trike. But it was my first flight with no radios, no assistance whatsoever. And he recorded my launch. But yeah, that was my first true, every single bit of it I did all by myself. And then when I landed on my own way out in the field where there weren't any people in the way. And I landed and gathered up my wing. And Jared brought me out my wing bag because he saw me land. I gathered it up in my wing bag, and I took the straps on the wing bag and pulled them up over the rail on the trike, and I wrapped them up real tight and held them, and then I reached over the rail and pulled my wing bag up so it was up off the ground. And
read what John Wayne said. Read it real quick.
John Wayne said he got his PPG-2 and PPG-3 after 5 years of flying almost every day. I took 20 months to get my PPG-2 because that's how long it took me to get 25 flights in. But I can't handle the heat, so I didn't fly in the dead of the summer.
So with people that are watching, some people don't know what PPG stands for. Can you explain that?
That's powered paragliding. I think everybody knows because everybody hears a PPG flyer, but it's a powered paraglider. So not a paraglider. They don't have an engine. I have an engine. If you're powered paraglider, most of them are foot launch. So they put this backpack fan on their back, and they strap into the wing, and they run into the sky. I hook it into my trike, and I I climb on the monkey bars to get into my trike, and I roll into the sky because I got a bad knee. But yeah, Ron said one of his highlights at EFD was to watch me become a true solo pilot. That's kind of bittersweet. It's like, oh, my instructor is gone. Boo-hoo. Bye.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, bye, go away. I'm good.
She's like, I got things to do. See ya.
Yeah, right.
What is Greg Landy saying? You can follow the chat.
He said he only started doing it because it starts with pee-pee. Greg, you crack me up. And Bill said he might get his PPG-2 next year, but he's been flying a long time without an instructor, but he has to go, in order to get his rating, he's got to go get an instructor to verify that he can display all the skills. He's got them all. He just needs to get an instructor to watch him and sign off so he can get his PPG-2 certification. Because I've seen Bill fly. He's got the skills. He just so the
PPG-2 is when you can get up in the air and you don't need the instructor then.
Right.
So
and a lot of
PPG-1 is what? What's
PPG-1 means you made your first solo flight. Once you make your first solo flight, you're on not without an instructor. So your first solo flight, unless you're self-trained, your first solo flight is your very first liftoff, your very first launch. And once you land after that first launch, you get your wings and you get a PPG-1 rating. if your instructor is associated with the USPPA. So that's the United States Powered Paragliding Association.
Not just any instructor can sign
Some
you
instructors don't go along with the USPPA. They say it's junk and they don't believe in it and they do what they want to do on their own, and you don't get ratings. But sometimes when you go to a fly-in, they ask you what your highest rating is, and if you don't have a PPG 2 or better rating, they don't want you to fly there because you're a liability. So if you don't have a PPG 2, you haven't demonstrated the skills to a certified instructor. It doesn't mean you're not able to do it. Obviously, Bill doesn't have his rating, but he is able to do it. So just some of the instructors don't give ratings. I know Kyle O'Glee doesn't give ratings, but his students are perfectly capable. They just don't really get the rating. It's just kind of a...
What is Scuba saying? Read Scuba.
Scuba says he thinks since anyone can claim they are an instructor, anyone should be able to give themselves PPG 1, 2, and 3. But those PPG ratings are only recognized by the USPPA. So if you're not associated with the USPPA, they don't recognize your ratings. You can call yourself anything you want to call yourself. I'm a private pilot. I have a private pilot's license. I'm not current. I cannot currently run out and fly an airplane because I haven't flown a Cessna. I flew a Cessna 310 and a Piper Cub, but I haven't flown in 30 years. So I can't run out and rent a plane tomorrow and go fly off by myself because I don't have the current license. So there's no license with PPG. It's kind of the honor system. But if you go out and a lot of people fly with you, they've seen you fly, they know you fly without an instructor, they know you can set your wing and you can launch and you can land and you can pretty much fly safely in the air because you're still alive. They don't really bug you because, it's you don't have to have a rating. But some places, because of liability, want you to have one.
Interesting. Looks like Tony, Mr. Vegas is in the chat.
Hey, Tony.
If you want to go through say hi to all the chatters, see who's in the chat, Gypsy.
So if I don't call your name, make sure you say something in the chat because we've got 9 chatters. And I've got Bill H.
Bill was the first one on board.
Yep, he was the first one. And then John Wayne. I started at the beginning of the list. So we got Bill H. and John Wayne, Greg Laney, Scuba, Charlie Walsh, Munchkin. Hey, Munchkin, good to see you in here. Scott Savage and Tony Marzano.
Mr. Vegas.
Angela Presley, watching football.
Oh, yeah, it is Thursday. That's why.
Yeah. Okay. I don't even have the game on yet because I just walked in the house and got on the computer.
Yeah, we'll send Bill. Bill H. Didn't he get a sticker already?
I've got a sticker for him. Yeah, I was going to give it to him at EFD, so I just never mailed it because I need to mail Bill his sticker.
Oh, okay.
I'll try to get to the mailbox tomorrow, Bill, and send that out to you. I'll send you a free Dairy Queen Sunday coupon since I waited so long to send you your sticker.
I have to, I don't know where the closest Dairy Queen is up here because that's fun to get those little coupons or whatever.
Yeah, it's just a little round token for a free Sunday.
Yeah, that's cool.
You got Bill, do you have a Dairy Queen near you?
I'm trying to think the closest one. I'm not sure.
Well, just Google.
Well, they don't even have, it's not even like the Dairy Queen. We have all these little mom and pop ones, up here. Because it's a, being a small town or whatever, we've got, the little family dairy queens, as they call it.
And Scott has one close enough that he goes over there and gets the hometown burger.
Oh, good, John. You got your stickers. Good. Yeah, I still have to get my I have to get my stickers out to Rachel and to who else?
Bill, if you drive all the way over here and pick up the sticker and the DQ Sunday sticker, it would be cheaper for you to just go pay full price. I'll mail it to you. You don't have to drive to me. That's 6 hours of driving. I can meet you halfway though, but wait till I bring my trike home and then we can meet and fly together.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, where is Will Fly? Speaking of Dairy Queen. Yeah.
Oh, did you see his Dairy Queen went underwater? He was so sad. I could just see him sitting on the curb crying.
Oh my gosh. I feel, I mean, my heart goes out to everybody that's been affected by all the storms.
Scott Savage? No, I am in Texas. Carolina. I'm an hour and a half. I'm 97 minutes from Lone Star Paramotor in Texas. I'm between San Antonio, Austin, and Marble Falls are the three big cities you can look up on the map. And I'm I'm really in between Marble Falls and Austin, but I'm in the heart of Texas, and my fly-in that I host is called the Heart of Texas Fly-In. So if you ever come to Texas, bring your paramotor and come fly out of my yard. It's 3/4 of a mile long and 1/2 mile wide. You got tons of room.
Oh, see? And then Rachel's not too far from you, so I hope that you guys meet up one of these times.
She's in Corpus Christi, so a couple hours driving time from me, but I'd
like
to go fly with her.
So, Gypsy, do you get snowbirds in your park? Like the winter time, do you have a lot of visitors or whatever that hang out there for the winters?
No, because my park is primitive, and the snowbirds like to have hookups for their RVs. So I don't get a lot of snowbirds.
Oh, okay. But, they want all the amenities or whatever they call it. Yeah.
But they want a dump station, and they want hookups and.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I got the hiccups. Or at least they want to run their generator.
You've been hitting that rum and Coke again, haven't you?
Oh no, just rum, no Coke. The Coke.
Oh, just the rum. Oh, straight up.
I don't drink it. I just taste and spit.
Oh, that's what it is.
Quality control.
That's what got me.
I don't spit it back into the jug.
That's what got me in trouble, man. I liked my cocktails too much.
Rum is good stuff.
I'd be like, sip, 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 sip. And pretty soon I was like, loopy, loopy, loopy. And actually, no more of this. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, two snow cones of my coconut rum, and my daughter could skip her morphine tablets when the cancer got really bad. So, but when she passed away, she was my biggest rum drinker. So now
I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol too. Doesn't give me much to get me buzzed.
Just I was like the sipper, doing the little sippy drinks or whatever. But so what else do we have? Yeah, we'll keep everything going here in the chat. And what is Bill H saying? We could just talk paramotor side, whatever you guys want to talk about. It's Thursday.
Don Wayne just looked at his Adam 80 clutch, and it's wore out again.
Much love,
3
Walter.
Clutches in that. Hey, Walter Priori, my love.
I'm going to send your stickers out. I didn't forget about you, honey. I didn't. I have to get stamps. I'm like, I don't have any stamps.
I got Forever stamps. I bought Forever stamps when they were 21 cents a stamp. You know what a stamp costs now?
Probably like over $1.
79 cents.
79, yeah.
And I bought them when they were 21 cents. So my stamps have almost tripled. They've more than tripled in value. Woohoo! If I could just invest in the stock market like that, I could retire and just fly every day.
Oh, look at Will Fly. He must have, his ears must have been burning.
Hey, Will Fly.
Will Fly in the house. What's up, Will? Welcome, Will Fly. Welcome, my chatters. So happy everybody's here tonight. I'm just blessed that we're all, everybody's here. We're all safe. you know.
Hey, Will, is there another Dairy Queen near you that didn't go underwater? So I'm wondering if there's another DQ near Will that didn't flood, so he could still go get a sundae. I could send him a free sundae token to cheer him up.
Oh, I know. Will, did you did your house? I hope your house didn't flood, did it? Oh my goodness. The last couple of weeks have just been really really.
Yeah, and then Florida's got another hurricane that just hit them today, today and yesterday, I think. That Hurricane Milton.
Yeah.
And then
I was following that all day yesterday. It was horrible.
And then Randy said that there's another hurricane that's supposed to hit around Georgia and towards me.
Oh. Yeah. Randy's a truck driver. Michelle's husband, Randy, I'm just letting everybody know. And he's a super nice guy. And thank you, truckers, all truckers out there. Thank you so much for what you do. And we can't just think that these storms, because it didn't get me or it didn't get Gypsy or whatever, that it affects everybody, in the long run, right? It's like a domino effect. And so what does Will Fly say, PPG, Gypsy?
He's good. He's got 2 basements flooded, 2 roof leaks, a hot water heater. They're all hot water heaters. And a new furnace. Other than that, all is good. And Greg Laney said hurricane towards Georgia. He's just barely getting up to date on Milton. He needs to look into the hurricane headed towards Georgia.
Yeah, Randy said today that it was another hurricane. I don't know exactly what part. He didn't tell me. He just said that there was another hurricane heading towards Georgia and this way, towards Mississippi and Georgia and like Alabama line and stuff. I really don't know exactly where. I haven't heard anything about it, but he did. I don't know. He's always hearing.
It's called a water heater. That's what you call it. What else do you call it?
It's a water heater, but he called it a hot. He called it a hot water heater.
Oh, hot water heater.
You don't have to heat up hot water. It's already hot. It's just a water heater, but it's okay. I know what he means. It's okay.
Yeah.
Some people say hot water heater because
hot water heater.
If it doesn't work good, you have to put hot water in it to get hot water out.
Oh my gosh. Do you know when I worked for Home Depot and I worked returns, people would literally steal hot water heaters out of these vacant houses and stuff and try and bring them in and try to either get another one or try and return it. And it was such it was a pretty big deal as far as, it wasn't just like, oh, sure, no problem. You know what I mean? You had to have all the the receipts things and the paperwork on it and all that stuff and the warranties and everything else before they would even do anything, because basically what they would do, a lot of them, they would just send that the water heater, ship it back to the manufacturer, right? So it was, wow. Yeah, so many scammers. They bring, and it was, and they bring them. They would bring them in the store, and they'd be leaking the water would be leaking everywhere, and oh my gosh, the nightmare of returns. We'd have them try to return the propane tanks with the gas, with the gas still in, or they want to, I don't even know if they still do that, but I know Home Depot, they would, you could exchange it for a full one, and I remember they would bring that tank inside the store, and I would have to tell them, so you have to leave it outside, right outside the door, because there's gas, you could smell the gas fumes. And they would get so offended because
if you leave them outside, somebody will steal them.
Yeah,
I don't want to leave mine outside.
I'm like, you want to blow me up? It's like,
right.
Yeah. I mean, I could tell you some stories about working returns. Oh my gosh, I have so much respect for retail people.
Oh, I used to work at Dollar General back a long time ago, and let me tell you, I came across doozies. there was this one woman. She was like this one. You'd heard of that extreme couponing.
Oh,
And
yeah.
she would come in and she'd have the coupons on her phone from the Dollar General app, and then she'd have paper coupons that she cut out, and she would come in there and expect to get everything practically for free. And boy, if it wouldn't work or something, then she would have a royal fit. She cussed me out. She cussed me out. I don't know how many times. And I was on the phone with the manager.
If the coupon was expired, you tell them. Because I would go to my Kroger's or Fry's and I'd forget, and so I'm reading Scott. Yeah, Scott. Yeah, I remember now. Rhino Gas. Yeah, I remember. I used to have to go outside. I'd grab a key and I'd have to go outside because they had all the tanks in those cages, and I'd have to go out there and open a cage for them and switch out the tanks. Now those tanks are heavy, and so Mrs. Muscle here. Oh my gosh, Robert. Look who's in the house, everybody. Say hi to Robert, my son.
Robert.
Hey, Robert.
Welcome.
My poor Robert's under the weather, guys. He's under the weather. Can you send him some soup? Send him some soup. He's not feeling good. Not feeling good. There was no church last night, so he wasn't feeling good.
Dude, I had to go today and get a new cast to put on my foot. My other one got too loose.
Oh, cast? Oh yeah. So what I was thinking about you too. I was wondering how that well, if you're not doing all that jogging around with your dogs, then it wouldn't, the cast wouldn't move around, you know what I'm saying? So
I think my leg was swelled up and then the swelling went down, so it got real loose and it was like rubbing both my ankles. So I called my doctor and they said, yeah, just come in and get a cast check, and they took and cut the old one off and put a new one on. I have to wear it for one more week, and then hopefully I get in a walking boot.
Do you have to pay for that when they cut off and put a new one in? Did you request the same color, or they didn't have that color?
Yeah, that's just same purple. I don't have to pay for it. My insurance pays for it.
Oh, good.
Thank God.
Good. So Scott says he can lift 185 pounds.
That's a lot.
Man, that makes me want to get my 3.5-pound dumbbells out, and start doing my, doing
Well, 25 years ago, I could bench press 350, but that was a long time ago.
I bet you could do it now, girl. I know you.
I don't know. I lost partial use of my right side 2 years ago, so
yeah,
I'm not as strong as I used to be. I still have days. It's like I still work with those little stretchy bands and the
resistant bands. I love those things. Those are fun.
I still use them because after my stroke. But everybody needs to beware. Robert has COVID. Everybody put your masks on.
Yeah. Well, he came in the chat so he could share the wealth.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, Robert.
He's breathing on the chat right now. So
that sucks. I've had COVID twice before, and that does suck.
What's Greg Laney saying, you guys? You can read it. I'll let you guys.
Greg said he has a compound fracture where they added a titanium rod. It's funny to have a break and not have a cast on your leg. But did your bone not heal up correctly, or does a titanium rod still allow it to?
Man.
No, Scuba, I cannot foot launch because I can foot launch. I can pick up the motor. I can kind of run along with it on my back, but after being up in the air with no weight on my knee, the minute my foot touched the ground, my knee buckled. Launching is optional. Landing is mandatory. If you can't do the mandatory stuff, they won't let you do the optional stuff. So I trike, but I fly. My knees are in the wind. That's all that matters. Someday maybe I'll foot launch, but I'm still trying to build up my knee. So Robert doesn't know which COVID he has. There's so many of them. How can they give you a vaccine and say you're not going to get COVID? Everybody I know who got the COVID vaccine got COVID after.
Yeah, I never got the shot. I was
I
not
didn't either.
I didn't trust it enough.
No, I've never had COVID. I've never had the flu in my entire life. I'm not getting a flu shot. But when you get to once you hit 60, the doctor's like, oh my gosh, you're over 60. You need a flu shot.
Yeah.
And my answer to my doctor the last time she said that was, I'll tell you what, I got a Magnum 357 actually I got a Magnum 40. I got a Desert Eagle 45 Magnum under the seat in my truck. And I said, you give me a shot and I'll give you one.
Oh,
but I get to go first.
What's that?
She said, if you don't want a COVID shot, just say no. And I'm like, I said no 30 times already. You're never going to give me one.
What are they saying in the chat? There's a bunch of people talking about it.
Scott said he had, what's wrecked?
That was Robert. And then there was something before that. There was something, I think Greg Laney was talking about.
Oh, they put it in almost immediately after the break. They put the titanium rod in almost immediately after the break. The healing time is incredible how fast he went from bad to walker to crutches and walking in about 4.5 weeks. So that's really good. It really helped with the healing then. John Hancock flies, and he's big like Scott Savage. Robert Michaels. Will had the Omicron version, which wasn't bad. Sounds like you got the real deal. Scuba was patient 0. Scott said he had COVID once, just lost taste and smell. He could feel the heat from hot sauce but not taste it. And he couldn't even taste menthol on his vape. Wow, that's horrible. Although, if you live around skunks, it's okay.
Greg, you're funny, Greg.
Greg said his wife must have had COVID when she met him, because how could she have had any taste when meeting me? Oh, Greg, you crack me up. Robert Michaels, the new COVID, Tourette's. Oh, so if I go around and just want to cuss people out, I can say I have Tourette's because it's an after effect of having COVID. That's something to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Going to be a challenge to say a preacher. Robert said he can't really taste anything. Scuba says, Robert, if you get that nonstop cough,
I'm so worried about him.
Ask him how he knows. Yeah, COVID is something else, man. I don't know.
Sorry, he had it. He this is like
the
second time he got it. I think he had it. Robert, didn't you have it last year too? I thought he had it last year.
And did Robert get the vaccine?
Nope. And I'm with you. I got in 2021. Before I came to Michigan, I only got the vaccines because Mom and Dad, they were all so worried about the whole thing.
What did you have
happening? So, but since then, I'm like, no, I ain't getting nothing.
The first time I had.
What did you have in 2020, Robert? COVID or the vaccine?
The COVID.
He said he's
never had any vaccinations.
Never had the vaccine?
Nope.
So he's just highly susceptible then because I've never had any vaccines, but I've never had the flu or COVID. And I drove a school bus I had 74 kids on one route and 53 kids on the other route. And those kids get on hacking and sneezing and coughing, and they lick the windows and chew on the backs of the seats. I cleaned the bus every day. I never got sick. I never missed a day of work. I don't even get colds. All I have is allergies, and I'm allergic to cedar, and most of the trees in my park are cedar.
We're getting in that season now. So I'm pretty, on another note, I'm pretty excited about this. My son Ryan, his baby brother, is getting married, and I heard from a little birdie, Robert, that you are going to marry Ryan and Leslie.
Oh, that's cool.
So how cool is that? So I'm super excited. No date is set yet because, they got a lot of, they've been together 11 years, so they, got some stuff they got to, you have to do get the license, get this, get that, blah, blah, blah. So they're working on all that. So what is Greg Laney saying? A lot of people are susceptible.
Some people aren't susceptible to the hard symptoms. There's no telling how many times they've actually had COVID, but didn't know it. Well, I was driving a school bus. They made us do the little COVID test every single day. When we came to work, whether we had symptoms or not, we had to do the swab and see if we had COVID that day. So before we could get on our buses. So I'm not exposed to the kids anymore like I was.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. So that's
I just don't get sick.
That's like last year. I had a really good winter last year, and I'll admit I did get the flu shot last year, but it was so weird when I got it. I had no side effects at all from it. It's like, did they put saline in me or what? Because my arm wasn't sore. I didn't have no fever. I didn't have the aches, nothing at all. And I think maybe I got one cold, but other than that, it's like, I'm pretty blessed. I know Robert used to get, when he was growing up, he used to get strep throat.
Yeah, see, when I was growing up,
every year, that poor kid every year.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I was real susceptible because I had a weak immune system, and every year the temperature would change from hot to cold or cold to hot. Yeah. I would get strep throat, bronchitis, and sinus infections all at one time.
Do they still remove tonsils?
Yeah, I guess
I had my tonsils removed. Now, what is the correlation between if getting a lot of people that were susceptible like Robert, that if you got your tonsils out, you weren't catching colds as quickly as whatever. So I'm just wondering,
I still have my tonsils.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, I know I had my tonsils taken out, but I've never really, I wish there was a doctor in the house that would know.
I had my tonsils out when I was 5. But the last time I was sick was German measles when I was 6 years old. I haven't had anything. I didn't miss a day of school my entire life.
But I wonder if they take your tonsils out, then that you're not so susceptible to having strep. I don't think
it works that way. I think your tonsils are kind of like a filter.
Yeah. What are they there? Like, what is the point of having tonsils?
I don't know.
In the chat. I want to know, what's the point? It's what?
I think they're like a filter.
Is that what it is? Now I'm making people think as we're, like it's like we're all sitting around in the doctor's office now, talking about all these different.
Oh no, I still get strep throat, but I haven't.
It's
last
painful.
year I haven't. I only got a little head cold and it went away. But this year so far, I haven't been sick. So far, but the year's not up yet.
So I'm looking something up here because I never really thought about that,
Well, Fly, did you miss college days because you were sick or because you were sick of going to class?
Oh,
there's a difference there. I didn't miss any college days either. I was on the dean's list in college, but
okay.
Walter could never miss school because he lived next door to his school. I'm both sorry and happy for you at the same time, Walter, because I was like the school playground when I was, in
well, bless his heart. I love
elementary school, but Scuba was a goofy kid that the lady said, "Well, bless his heart."
I love it. School, SCOOLL. So it says here, tonsils are a part of the immune system and help protect the body from infection by trapping germs that enter through the mouth or nose. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess my tonsils don't work as good because I always got sick and I still got my tonsils.
Well, I wonder why we were growing up, why they insisted on taking your tonsils out.
I think if you're a kid and they swell up a lot and keep getting infected, I think that's why they take them out.
It says, in fact, children who have had their tonsils removed may have fewer episodes of strep throat and may sleep better. So maybe.
Yeah, I had my tonsils.
I don't know if they can take your tonsils out at 40-some years old.
Sure they can, but you're not gonna like it as much as when you're a kid. You recover way better.
My daughter-in-law, beautiful Erin's in the chat. Everybody say hi to Erin.
Welcome, Erin.
Yes, that's Robert's wifey. Erin, we're just talking. We're talking doctors and strep throat and all that, because Robert, used to get strep throat a lot when he was growing up. I don't know. Has he got strep? Has he been getting strep throat too? Because maybe get his tonsils out. I'm just wondering.
Huh.
Yeah, I've been. Yeah, I don't know what the flu season is going to be and stuff, but it's like when you got kids in school, right? I remember the boys growing up. They brought everybody. They bring everything home. All their germies. Robert said he hasn't had strep since he was about 15.
Erin said tonsils have a ton of bacteria. So I guess they're like a filter and they hold the bacteria and then it gets a chance to get into you because everything you eat goes past your tonsils, right? I don't know, but I don't. I had German measles after I had my tonsils out, and after that I haven't had anything, and of course I had to have all the immunizations as a kid, but I have not had.
So how come they got German measles? How come they don't have French measles?
Because the French are too stuck up to get measles. No,
is that what it is?
I don't know.
I know. I'm just making everybody think. I'm like, why don't they? Yeah,
because
they don't have French.
I don't know. I guess I couldn't speak French well enough to hear the French measles.
You have the measles. Because you
I don't know. I guess because I'm half German, half Irish. You got to be French to get French measles.
Oh, I guess so.
No, I'm just making
stuff.
Oh
my God, that's funny. That's funny. I love this conversation, though. I mean, I just remember the kids bringing it home. Let's see. Erin, what's Erin saying? Go ahead and read it.
Erin said she had measles as well at the age of 14. When she had tonsillitis, she remembered she was always coughing up blood for like a week.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. I'm glad I had mine out when I was a little kid. I had mine out because my older brother had his out the year before, and then my little brother needed to have his out, so my parents just put us both in there together. So me and my little brother got them out at the same time. So Tony, are you going to join the show?
Scott's in there. He's stirring the pot now. He's stirring the pot. I'm just like, giving Tony his space. I'm like, he just got home from work, and he's with his lady, and there's the football games on and all that stuff.
I gotta turn the football game on now.
Oh my gosh. What else? Erin, are you guys all staying healthy over there, the boys and everything? Nobody else got it? That's just, man. Let's see, what does Scott say?
Scott said everybody had to get all together to get chicken pox. His aunt brought his cousins over. Yeah, I had 3 brothers. When one got chicken pox, everybody got chicken pox. And all the neighbors came over because, So, yeah, that's the way it used to be. Everybody gets it as a group.
Yeah, Robert will remember. Him and Ryan were playing with the kid across the street, and it was during Christmas break. And the kid would just started breaking out with chicken pox. So guess what? I had 2 kids, school-age kids with
Rob's a big baby.
Big baby, Rob. That's my fault. I spoiled him when he was sick. I've always felt bad, being mommy. Oh, mommy will take care of you. So Robert's probably saying, I'm going to die. I can't do this. Yeah, so Robert and Robert and Ryan both got, they were like 10 years old, I think. They both got the measles at the same the chicken pox at the same time. So Robert, oh, listen to him. Do you see what he's got in the chat? He is honoring Pastor Rob. Bull crap. Whoa.
Yes. He said, and he didn't even call it buffalo chips. He said bull, and he said the word for pooping.
Bull crap. Well, he's probably getting like delusional right now from this.
He's saying it again. You have to forgive him. He's sick.
Yeah, forgive him. You not know what.
He doesn't know what he's saying. He's sick.
So now now the subject's going to what did we start here? People are going to be like, by the time we get off the show, and people that are lurking are probably sitting there like they're itching now, and they're getting they're going to be like taking all their Tylenols
Look, it's true.
The show and their vitamin C's and everything.
It's true. He has COVID and now he has Tourette's. He's saying bullcrap multiple times. That's Tourette's.
Robert for Hail Mary's for you, sir. And then Scuba's talking about the shingle shots. Yes, I got those before I came to Michigan, so 2021, and I got one in 2021, I think, and 2022. I think you have to get you get two, and then I think they're good for like 5 or 6 years or something like that. Well, because my mom she never had gotten the vaccine, and she got the shingles, and it's very painful.
Well, they said that if you have the chicken pox when you're a kid, you're susceptible to shingles. But I've had chicken pox twice, and I've never had them yet.
I've had shingles twice, but I'd rather have shingles than the vaccine.
I have to knock on wood because my mom still, it's to this day, she's still even though she went and got her vaccines after that, it still hurts. Robert said, "You are not funny, woman." Oh boy, this is good. This is getting good. Linda, you need to come here for a week with your cat. Oh, good comeback, because Robert's allergic to cats.
She wants to trade places with you for a week. You can go take care of your son, whom you spoiled, and she's going to go take a vacation at your house.
Yep, she said. Yep, she said, bring your cat over.
I'll teach you.
If he really wants to feel sick, because Robert's allergic to cats, so I can. Yeah, I'll bring Molly over. Molly, she's Miss Molly has been. Usually she's hanging with me, and she's she must be mad at me or something. She's laying on the bed in my room, and she's been sleeping. So,
I'm trying not to look at Cricket because she's staring at me because she wants to come sit in my lap, and I won't let her. So I'm trying not to look at her because if I make eye contact, she'll come over here.
Oh. Erin she said she needs a promotion. Yeah, it's a tough job taking care of him, isn't it, Erin? He's very needy. He's very needy.
I'm not afraid of much. I got bit by a snake. I'm still not afraid of snakes.
Bring me my orange juice. Bring me my water. Bring me my candy. Is that what he does? I need what? Okay, so did you put like Robert? Do you have like a little bell next to your bed so you ring the bell when you need something from Erin, and she's all the way in the other side of the kitchen, because you have that big beautiful house now. Do you have the little bell? Bing, bing. My Robert's grandma, when I remember when we would go to we would go to it was his dad's what do I want to say, his dad's grandma, so it'd be great grandma. Anyway, we would go to their house for Thanksgiving, and she was my mother-in-law or whatever I have to say. And she had a little bell, and when it would be time for dinner, she'd always ring that bell. I don't know if Rob remembers, but I just had a flashback where she'd ring the bell. Thought it was kind of cute, like we'd be outside or whatever. And what to say, Robert has already had that bell shoved with a China. Oh, that's what it is. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, he texts her? Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, Robert, Joyce, Grandma Joyce. She was the best. She used to call me, Grandma Joyce used to call me Linda Sue. She always called me Linda Sue. But yeah, she loved those boys. She did. She loved those boys. Rings when he walks. Chime, chime, chime. That's right, Scott.
That's
Yeah, Tony's
where
being
you get.
awful quiet. Tony, it's okay. I'm not mad at you. Mr. Vegas, you can jump in the chat and hang with us and watch football at the same time.
Yeah.
Mr. Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. I don't care if you didn't. Do we care, Scott, that he didn't jump in the studio tonight, Scott? Do we care? Just say, we don't care. We don't care.
Yeah, we care, but we accept it.
Yeah. I know, see? Look at Will Fly. Everybody's ganging up on Tony now. What's wrong with Tony? Let's see. And Robert says, no one in this house cares when I'm sick until they want money. Oh, so you're laying there on your deathbed and they come in and say, hey, Dad, can I borrow $10? Is that what it is? Oh, see, and Aaron, I want money. Yep. And that's what Robert, and that's what Ryan, Ryan's like, some days he's like ready to, on the weekends, hanging out with Ryan at the house and he'll say, you're getting too expensive, Mom. I'm going to ship you. I'm going to call Robert right now. I'm shipping you over to Robert and tell Robert, Robert can give you money or whatever. So funny.
I want to move down by them. I want money.
I got the best boys. I do. I have the best boys. They're screaming and fighting, but only when I'm sleeping, he says. Man, it's been a rough few days. I had no idea you were even sick till last night when I couldn't find the church on there. And then you tell me, oh, yeah, there's no church sick. And then I message Leslie and I say, yeah, Robert's not feeling good, whatever. And Leslie goes, oh, yeah, he's been sick for 3 days. So I guess, what am I, chicken soup here? I must look like chicken soup, Robert, because since I didn't find out you were sick till last night. So this is all on national television, like right now. And I'm reading the chat, or we're reading the chat together. And he really is the best, Aaron. He is. And you are too. You are such a blessing to the family. I love my daughter-in-law so much, so much. So me and Ryan, I told Ryan we need to take a trip out there to see you guys, me and Ryan. And because I told him I didn't want to fly by myself and had to go to California. So yeah, I'm stocking up on all my chicken soups for the winter because the snow will be here before you know it. And so I have to I love you more. I love you more.
So Bill H wants to know how your paramotor is, Robert. Do you still fly?
Yeah, he hasn't.
Dust on it.
I do enjoy his little. I love his little shorts that he does. When he gets in there and talks about. Yeah, the weather probably hasn't been really very nice there. I think.
It was about a month ago.
Robert, can you still fly Blossom, or do they? Because they keep taking landing zones, LZs away from you guys over there. Speaking of Torrey Pines, I finally saw Erin. I finally saw Paraglide Pixie. I saw her on Instagram. So it looks like she was trying to get back up in the air, and she did have some good news. So it sounds like she's feeling better, but because she went off the radar for a while, and I understand, trying to take care of things. But I want to give a shout out to Jade, if you're listening, hon. My prayers with you and Eric, for healing and I know just be there for each other. And that's all you can do, all you can do right now. I like I said, I pray for you guys every day. So, what did Robert say?
He hasn't been able to fly Blossom very much because the weather and timing hasn't lined up.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Looks like Tori, watching some of the videos of Tori Pines, that's getting to be kind of like, what do you call it? It sounded like it wouldn't be much fun flying there because there's so many people now. From what I see from the videos, it seems like it's just gotten really populated there or whatever. And I don't even know how safe it is. Is it still safe to fly at Tori, Robert? Because it just seems like there's so many people flying now. So what's Walter saying? Walter's yelling. Robert, he's yelling at Robert right now. Calm down. Because Robert can't take the pressure right now.
He just misses Robert's show and Sean and Anthony and the old bloke in Florida, Ripa.
Yeah, Ripa's great. Yeah, Ripa's another one, right? John, if you're listening or whatever, yeah, you never know John's around, right? He's so quiet, just like you, Kramer. He'll come up to you, hi, I'm John. It's
okay, Walter.
We love Ripa. He's the best. He's the awesomest because he's always like, what's going on, everybody, right? Lurking Larry. Who's Lurking Larry? Where are my boys? How come my boys aren't in the chat? My grandboys. My Brighton. Oh, yeah, they're staying away from you. That's right. And Tabin. And I'm just glad that you guys, Brighton and Tabin and Callan, see how the names I have to remember? It's not like it's, Johnny, Jim, Joe, right? No, we have to have a Tabin, a Brighton, a Braden, a Callan, but they all end in IN, right? Yeah.
I get lost with all those names. I'd be like, hey, you, come here.
Yeah, well, look at
number one, number two.
Yeah. So Robert's dad's name was Roy. So I had a Roy, a Robert, a Ryan. So when I would call Robert and Ryan to come in the house, it was always came out Rybert.
That's all right. Now I have a Randy and a Ryan here because my nephew moved in with us, and his name's Ryan, and then I have Randy. So it's like now I got two R names in my house.
R's. Yes. Well, since both of my exes, their names began with R, I can't date anybody that has their name with an R. Sorry, anybody out there with the R name, I won't be dating you anytime. It's just like, it's a curse. It's a curse. Yeah, I got it. It's like, no.
That's all right. I won't never date any guy named Jerry ever again.
There you go. Name what? Gary?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Okay. No Jerry. Yeah. It sounds like The Bachelor, The Golden Bachelor or something. Walter's like, arr. No R's. No R's. Yes, I am, Scott. Yes, and I am staying that way. So,
Hi, John.
Everybody who knows me. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm going to be 70 next year. So it's like, what's the point? What is the point? So we got up to 99 subscribers. What?
Yeah.
What? Are you kidding?
One more.
Oh my gosh, Greg.
That's awesome.
Your thing still says 97.
I'm just going to give you we got to give Greg a group hug right now. Group hug. Just like this. Greg, group hug.
Under your name though, on the
one more. Oh, I'm excited.
Under the YouTube, your thing still says 97.
Let's see. I've been married once. If this don't work out, I'm one and done. Yeah, see, I was married twice, so I'm
This
done.
is Randy is my second marriage, and this is it. I told him, I said, if something happens to him, I'm done. I'm staying single for the rest of my life after him.
Me and like, yeah, exactly.
I'm 49, and after this is done, after something happens to him,
What'd
I'm
you say?
done.
You're what? 39?
49.
Oh, you're 49.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God. Yeah, you're getting old. Yeah, you're
I'm
getting up there.
12.
49.
I'm the same height as a 12-year-old, so I'm 12.
Yeah. There you go.
Is, you know,
I'm like, yeah, yeah. My second one, my second ex, there was 15 years difference between us. So, see, Scott, you're Robert's age. Oh my God. Yeah. So, yeah, there was 15 years difference on my second one, and yeah. So I'm just
It says 99.
having too much fun, and yeah, I just the idea of starting over again. When
and the thing is, there's very few good men or women out there anymore nowadays.
That's true. Yeah.
The good ones are
Scott's my
far and few
brother.
between.
Oh yes, Robert. Scott's your brother. I forgot to tell you. Yeah, yeah. And Walter's his dad. Walter's his dad. So he calls Walter dad, and Scott. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Okay, so look at Michelle. Our family's getting bigger because I adopted you.
Right.
So Robert, I adopted Michelle. So I'm like Michelle's mommy. So yeah, I'm old enough to be her mommy. And so Robert, meet your stepsister. Yes, I adopted her. Yes.
Okay, so I'm older than Scott Savage, but younger than Walter. So there, just guess.
This is getting really interesting. Yeah. And then Scuba and Munchkin, how many age difference between you guys? I always forget who the older one is. Oh, so Scuba, you're the elder. Yeah. So yeah, Robert, you have that's your new sister, Michelle. Yes. So now we see our family's getting bigger now. And then we have Scott now. So Scott, I just adopted Scott tonight too. You all witnessed my adoption here of you kids. So so yeah, so we have Michelle and Scott. Scott, you can call me mom. It's okay. And then Michelle calls me mom now. And so welcome to the family. Are we all getting emotional in the chat? I mean, this is Thankful Thursday, so I'm just thankful.
You're in trouble, Linda.
Ma'am, do you seriously just question if I was older than Cuba?
Oh, you're in trouble
I
now.
forget. I'm 56. My mind is 30, but my body keeps objecting. Yeah, Scuba. Yeah, exactly. I know the feeling, but I think for my age, I'm doing pretty dang good.
Well, yeah. See, I'm 49 and Randy's 41, so that's not too much of an age difference.
No, not at all.
Because his birthday is June and mine is July, so our birthdays are right close together.
Let's see, and then what did Bill H say? My mom is doing pretty good for 82. Dang. Oh, 82. Oh, wait a minute. I got to read that again. Robert says my mom is doing pretty good for 82. You are delusional. Okay. Robert is delusional. He thinks he's funny, but he's not.
Walter.
Robert always says my age is 82. It's not 82.
That's funny. Did you see what Walter asked? He wants to know if I want a sugar daddy. He's asking for a rich friend. I don't think your rich friend could handle me, Walter. I have been called high torque. Just letting you know. I'm a lot.
Well, my uncle is 83 and he still gets around good. Pretty good.
That
he still drives and everything.
Well, I think walking really helps a lot. And it's nice. I can either walk down to the Bayfront or I can walk over to the college and still get my mileage in. It's fun. But this week I've been so focused on watching all the storm chasers and stuff on TV that I haven't been getting out walking, and plus, trying to take care of things here or whatever.
We took my big dog Gunner to the park tonight, and I hobbled on my crutches all around the park.
Good Lord, woman.
Well, to the bench, and then I sat down, and then my nephew took him for a walk around the whole park. I sat there taking pictures of the ducks and geese.
Well, I'm glad your nephew's there to help you. Takes the
definitely.
stress off of you. Gosh, yeah, because that's no fun. I'm glad that's working out for you too.
Yeah.
So what else is up, everybody? What else is up? So we've been talking about, and then we know that Scuba and Munchkin are going to get married next year. So that's pretty exciting. And as far as meeting guys, where I live, they call it Ice Island, which means majority of the guys up here, especially in the wintertime, they live at the bar or at the casino. It's such a small town or whatever. And that's not really the lifestyle that, that I'm looking for or whatever. So, Scott talking about Walter. Yeah, he had hound dog eyes on Rachel last week. Yeah, he did. He was all over the place. Hey, Mr. Vegas. Hey, Mr. Vegas. Hello. I can't believe he's not in the chat. Like, he's ignoring all of us. So, Gypsy, go through the chat again and tell me who's all in the chat, so we can all annoy
all right,
Vegas.
We got 12 people in the chat.
Okay.
So if I don't call your name, say hi in the chat so I can get you on the list. We got my wonderful friend Bill H. And we got John Wayne, if he's still here. He said he had to go take meds, so he might not be here anymore. Greg Laney. Scuba is here. Charlie Walsh was in here. Munchkin is here. Scott Savage is still here. We got Tony Marzano. Maybe he might be off watching football and just lurking, because we still got 10 showing in the chat. We got Walter Priority, my love, and you just give me so much trouble. We got Will Fly and Robert Michaels and Aaron Michaels. So if I didn't call your name, say hi in the chat.
See, my sis was going to say hi. My sis Judy was going to say hi in here tonight, but I think she's watching the Golden Bachelorette. So I've been kind of following it, even though I can't. I've been following it, some of the podcasts on that show, so I don't even have to really get the show, because I don't have the antenna, and plus the antenna would not work up here. I think if I was more down in, because remember I told you, Gypsy, I was going to get an antenna so I get the football games.
Yeah.
But, where I live, I've got an awning right outside my window, and I think that might kind of block the signal a little bit. And plus, the area that I live in, the signal's not really super strong for an antenna. I know the TV has a built-in one or whatever, but Ryan said him and Leslie, when they lived in the apartment, they had an antenna. They tried the one on the window, and they tried the one like you got, Gypsy, and they couldn't get a good signal. So I decided not to,
Yeah, you kind of need a window in the correct direction.
Yeah.
If you can see a tower outside your place, if you can see a cell tower, you can get and you got to be able to aim the antenna at that cell tower.
Yeah, my cell tower is like way over waves or whatever, I believe. And we just have Spectrum, is my internet or whatever. But it's okay. It's kind of, well, I know if I want to watch football games, and if Ryan, because I go to Ryan's and Leslie's on Sundays, do my laundry and stuff, and I hang out with them, that I can watch football over there. Like last week, I watched the Cardinals put the football game on for me when he's there or whatever. And then, but definitely in February when the what do you want to call it comes around in February, I'll be able to watch football then. So
yeah, I just have an antenna, but I get almost all the football games. That's all I don't watch any kind of other trash. I mean, I call it trash because they say God made somebody for everybody, but no, I don't think he made somebody for me. So I'm not looking. I don't think it'll ever happen. But so I don't watch mushy shows. I don't think they're. I think it's just all made up garbage like wrestling. It's all a bunch of hooey.
Oh, let's see.
What's
Scuba saying? Scuba's saying, let's see. It's
Paramount Linda or the whatever woman. You can.
There you go. Wrestling is real.
Wrestling.
Oh wow, Robert's back. Oh, Robert, what's up? You're still alive.
Yeah,
you got a good girl taking care of you. You have a good. So you know what? Yeah. So whenever I'd go to visit Robert, he'd pick me up at the airport, and he'd always be like, "All right, Mom." He'd always be like, "Get in the car. You're on my turf now." and then boy, he'd mess with me, and he'd go, "All right, well, we're going to drop you off with the kids, and me and Aaron will be back next week." So we would always have fun together. Yeah, but I know if I come to visit, he'll stick me in the RV. I just know it. He'll be like, "Oh no, Mom, you're in the guest house out here. You're going to be in the RV."
I live in an RV. I love it.
He's got a motor. Yeah, he's got a. Did you ever get that motorhome? Did you ever get it running, Robert? Because I know it's sitting in his yard or whatever, but hopefully, yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe February or something. Oh, you did get it running? Okay.
Nice.
That's cool. That's great. It's all dialed in. Oh, see, he's waiting for me. Yeah, he's waiting for me to come visit. That's what it is. So I told Ryan, I'll come visit because I hate flying. I don't want to fly by myself. I just hate that.
Hey, Jade.
JD. Hi, babe.
Good to see you. I hope you had a good day.
See if she wants to. Do you want to jump in the studio, or are you okay? I missed you, JD. I didn't send you the link because I didn't know how you're feeling tonight. So you and Eric. So I didn't want to bother you. Oh, the RV made national. Yeah.
I still have to drain it.
I like watching that National Lampoon's Christmas where the cat went under the tree or under the couch and bit the lights and was like, "Real."
Yeah.
Yep.
That's okay,
That's
Jade.
a great one. It's okay. It's okay, JD. It's okay. We love you, girl. We love you.
No, Bill, I didn't fix the heater. It's been too hot here in Texas. I'll think about fixing it in a month or two. When it gets down to 20 degrees, that's when I'll think about fixing the heater. Right now, I'm fixing the hole in the roof.
It was 45 last night outside. 45.
Here where I'm at, it's been only getting down to like 50 something at night.
Yeah, see?
There's a couple nights this week that's supposed to get down to like 43.
Yeah, it's nice. Well, I get up in the morning, I can open up the window.
It's finally starting to get to be fall weather around here.
Yeah.
If it gets cold, I'll just put on another layer.
There you go. You just layer up.
I like it when it's cold. You can always put on more layers. When it's hot, you can only take off so much. And then you go to jail, and you're still hot. So, or at least that's what I heard.
Just keep thinking. I always say, is it hot in here or is it me? just me? I used to say that at work all the time.
It's 120. When it's 122 outside, everybody's hot. It hadn't been 122 though for 2 months.
Try when I worked at Home Depot and they put me out in the garden center, and you know it. Being in Texas, you know what swamp coolers are, right, Gypsy?
Yep.
Yeah. See, well, people in Michigan, they don't know what. People in Michigan don't know what stop. Oh, Sugar. Look at Sugar. Do you see him in there? Linda, you're hot. I know that. Gosh.
Oh, I got.
But I remember working in the garden center and they had the swamp coolers, which the little portable one, and 9 times out of 10, because it was running all the time, right, it would start leaking, and next thing you know, it was just blowing hot air. And I had one on when I had my house in Phoenix. When the boys were growing up, I had a swamp cooler on the roof. So is it roof? Is that how you say roof, or you say roof? Here we go again.
I say roof.
You say roof? What do you say?
I say roof. It's up on the roof.
I said roof. On the roof. Maybe that's a Michigan thing.
Man, look at this. 68 in Idaho. 59.
That's right. I know. Here we go. Roof. with the O's. Roof. Yeah. Poor Robert. Yeah, we have to be nice to Robert. He needs his chicken soup and his Vicks and all that stuff. Robert, take Vicks and put it on your feet. Rub it on. Put on the bottom of your feet, and put socks on, and it'll help you. It'll help you sweat that COVID out.
I've heard you put a potato in your sock.
It makes you breathe. And make it. That's an old thing that. Yeah, when I've had colds, I had a little respiratory. Yeah, you put put Vicks on your feet, Vicks vapor rub on the bottom of your feet and on top of your feet, and then you put socks on and you go to sleep, and all that vapor and stuff. I tell you what.
How do you smell it?
Using that, and everything with all the congestion started breaking up.
How do you smell it if it's on your feet? That's like trick or treat. Smell my feet. I have vapor rub on my feet.
Well, it's not. You get you put it on your feet because of the vapor goes in your soaks up in your feet.
Got it.
I've heard it. Yeah. I've heard it.
Probably not going to do that, Mom. Now, Robert, don't you argue with your mom.
You're in trouble now.
You go and you get that Vicks and you get those socks and you put the Vicks on your feet.
Does it matter what kind of socks you have?
Don't make me come over there.
You're just going to have to go over there and stay in that RV and they can do it right.
Yep. I'm going to start counting. 1, 2.
He just jumped up.
Why don't you take a slice of potato and put it in your sock and sleep with it? And that brings out all the toxins when you're sick.
You sleep with a what?
A potato.
A potato?
Yeah, like a slice of potato. Put that in your sock.
He's selling.
If I want to sleep with potatoes, I'd have to bring my exes back, okay?
Sleep with potatoes.
And I ain't talking no sweet potato either.
I don't like potatoes. I'm half Irish and I don't like potatoes. I am not sleeping with a potato. I love
yams, sweet potatoes. I love sweet potatoes.
Bring out the toxins in your body when you're sick. I don't know. Like it in the morning when you get up, it turns black and everything because it brings out all the toxins of your sickness out of your body.
But
so you put the potato under your pillow?
No, in your sock.
With the skin on and everything?
I don't know. That's what I've heard.
So it's like, what kind of potato? The red potato, the russet potato? What is it?
Just a regular potato. It's a regular potato. You put slices of it in each sock, and when you're sick, it's supposed to bring out the toxins.
Huh.
Scott said he worked at.
Stu said it's supposed to be an onion. I never heard of that. But
An onion, not a potato.
If you cut a potato in half and leave it on the counter, it turns black. So
I don't know.
What
Robert
about
said
what about a garlic? What if you stick
garlic? That's
in your sock?
that's for vampires.
If you put a garlic in your sock, it'll keep the vampires away.
Yeah.
And you'll smell good in the morning.
Robert said he heard of that too, about the potato.
If I need potatoes, I'll call Scott. Was Munchkin saying what?
Oh, and you put it in the socks. You put Vicks in the socks because it can burn babies' eyes if you put the Vicks on their chest.
Oh,
that makes sense. That you do it that way for babies, but I don't know if I'd do that as an adult. I mean, I'm a little taller than a baby, so I don't think it would work. I don't think I could smell it all the way down there.
I tell you what though, last time when I had a cold, I put that Vicks on my feet and then you put the socks on and I went to sleep and I woke up and a sweat, like where my fever broke that night from I'm telling you from the Vicks. I think it works. When you get that big sweat and then you wake up and you're all good. But gosh, some nights I don't.
You're tall enough to make it. I'm taller than a baby. I'm the same height as an 11 to 12-year-old. So I'm much taller than a baby. Except maybe not a big baby like a 6-foot giant baby.
Well, I'm glad that Robert didn't get my shortness. He almost did. So, but Ryan's taller than, you saw pictures. Ryan's taller than Robert, though. Yeah, Robert got Robert's little ones. Not them Samone kids. So what is Scott saying? I'm letting you guys read. I'm getting
3 days ago, his shift packed and sent out 1.2 million pounds of tots, French fries, and hash browns in 12 hours. Wow!
Dang.
What are you sending all that?
I love tater
tots. Send it to me because it's like I don't like potatoes. Sorry.
I love tater tots.
I love anything that's potato, fried potato, mashed potato, everything.
Yes.
My mom used to make potato pancakes.
Oh, I'm not big on potato pancakes.
I like potato pancakes. That's not really like sitting down and eating a potato, though. But
my mom used to make them from like leftover mashed potatoes.
Oh, really? My mom made them she would take the potatoes and grate them on the fine grater.
Eat your dinners?
And make
my mom would just take like the leftover mashed potatoes and like put a little flour around them and pat them out and then fry them in like butter, and that was so good.
Latkes. Yes, Scuba, you are a giant. If you're over 6 feet tall, you're a giant, and I'm the perfect measure because I'm 5'1". If you've never seen I know nobody here has ever seen anybody more than 10 feet tall, and nobody has seen anybody shorter than 0 inches, and the average of 10 and 0 is 5. I'm 5'1", so I'm an inch above average. So if you're over 6 feet tall, I'm sorry, but you're a giant.
I'm 5'7", so.
Oh, so you're 7 inches over average. That's just simple mathematics.
Boo was asking about my hat. I wore this hat a few times when we first started doing our show and stuff, me and Gypsy. So it's one of my hats. Yeah. I've got all kinds of different caps and stuff.
I like that one. I forgot to change my hat when I came in.
My rodeo hat, which I love. Then I have some area hats. So I've been starting to pull caps out of my closet.
I don't look good in baseball caps because my head's so tiny. I have to use toddler size hats.
Well, then this hat here, which I really love because you can't find this in the store. if you get on, they might still sell them on Army Surplus website or whatever. I got, yeah.
Camo.
So pink for breast cancer awareness. Breast cancer awareness month or whatever.
I got full BDUs, including the cap in pink camo for
the camo pink. I love this. I should do a painting like with these colors. You know, it'd be kind of cool. Oh yeah, Robert says I got to pay attention here.
Mm-hmm.
Robert says, what did he say? I'm 4'10". I am not. I'm 5'2". Thank you very much.
Oh, see, you're 2 inches above average. What, you know, you're not short.
You're the same height as my mom was. My mom was 5'2". But my daddy was 6 foot something. I got my height from my daddy because I didn't get it from my mama. My mama was only 5'2".
My driver's license says I'm 5'2". I was wearing tall shoes that day. Actually, I was wearing my Ariat boots, and they have good heels on them. So,
I love. I've got like 6 pairs of fat baby boots, and I used to wear those to work. And then I had a really nice. The weirdest thing, I had a really nice pair of boots, and I know I packed them in boxes and stuff before I left Michigan, you know. And when I open up the box, and this still bugs me, even though it's since 2021, when I opened up the box, there was a pair of like crapola boots in there. I don't know whose boots they were, but they weren't mine. And my other boots were gone. And I don't know, maybe they were in my suitcase that, you know, when you go through and they go through your suitcase and somebody, you know, stole my, I don't know what happened. But I never saw him again.
Oh, I'd be mad.
I should have kept those boots or whatever and took a picture of it and then, you know, showed my ex like, hey, whose boots are these? Because they're not mine, you know. But I'm missing that one. I'm missing that set. As I fix my hair. Yeah. So I'm missing my other boots or whatever, but when I was in Arizona,
I have one pair of boots, and they're Ariat work boots, and they're so comfortable. And they're steel-toed too. Steel-toed also.
Yeah, well, my fat babies were steel-toed because I used to wear them to work because I couldn't wear tennis shoes walking on the cement, right? And I was getting heel spurs, so and I couldn't wear some of those fancy tennis shoes because they hurt my feet. So I like the Skechers. Because I have such a weird arch, I can't do Skechers either. So I ended up, I would wear those. Yeah, I'd wear those boots, and I still have I have like 6 pairs of them. They're nice hiking boots and stuff. But now, you know, as you get older and you don't have the balance like you used to, kind of thing, you know. So you have to make sure you're. I don't wear those walking. I don't wear, you know, I wore them to work and stuff, but I don't wear them just for walking. I did it one time at my mom and dad's when I went walking in the park behind my house and my foot caught something in the road or whatever. And I went flying on my face. I'm surprised I didn't break my nose because I had those boots on. And after
hope when my foot heals, I'm going to be able to wear all my tennis shoes and boots because I don't know how my foot is going to end up.
Yeah, I can only wear Fila's to walk in. Those are my good walking shoes or whatever. And now everybody's into fitness and into walking, you know, and all that stuff. So the Fila's, they're really hard to find. The ones that I like, you know, like to wear or whatever. And why is it when you go, what size shoe do you wear, Gypsy? Or boot or whatever.
Size 3.
3?
Yeah, I had to buy Harley Davidson steel-toed boots when I was on the ship because they don't make steel-toed in kid size. And my size, I wear size 3, wides.
Give me a minute.
My feet are wider than they are long.
Feed my kitty. Give her some more food. There, I'm back on my horse again.
I wear in tennis shoes, I wear women's size 10, and in boots, I wear like a 9.
Dang!
My Ariats are kid size 4. and they're too
Oh my
big.
goodness.
I can put a pair of socks in the end. They're square-toed, so I roll up
Size 14. Holy moly, Scott. That's a vision. Gosh. I wear a 7.5 B, or yeah, it's a B, I think. Yeah, 7.5. And then or 7.5, or because I have a wide foot. So it's either 7.5 or an 8.
Yeah, my sister has tiny feet. She wears a size 3 also. I got the biggest feet of the family. My mom wore a size 5.
Scott
So I
wears
have
a size 14.
I got the big feet of the family.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. Robert, how many pairs of tennis shoes do you have? Tell me. Because Ryan, I think Ryan beats Robert like by a mile, because Ryan is totally into tennis shoes. That dude has so many pairs of shoes, tennis shoes. It's crazy. All right, we'll fly. Thank you, dear.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for thanks for hanging with us. Yeah, I can't say much about Mr. Marzano, Mr. Vegas. Can you believe he dissed us tonight? I don't believe this, you guys. I don't know.
Stopped in, but he didn't stay. I guess
sure didn't, because he was afraid I was going to pressure him to go into the. I was going to pressure him to jump in the studio. He was scared of me.
You scared him off.
I can't. I let Linda down. Now she won't be able to sleep tonight. She'll be all sad. No, I'm not sad.
Scott's a cranky guy. To believe it or not, people have asked his wife if he was mad, and she says, no, he is resting grumpy face. That's funny.
The resting grumpy face. That's right. Kind of like what's that, Garfield?
Yeah.
The Garfield face or whatever.
You know that famous cat, the one that actually did have the grumpy face, it died. It's so sad.
Aw.
Garfield did?
No, the cat that was famous all over Facebook, the grumpy face cat.
Yeah. Oh.
I didn't know who it was.
Man.
So,
wow, this 2 hours went fast. No wonder Molly came over and woke up. It came over to see me. Oh my goodness.
She's like, come on, Mom, let's feed me.
I got to take Cricket out for her walk because I left her here while I was delivering groceries. So she's a little upset with me.
Let me read this real quick. Then we'll do a good night and we'll read the chat. Say good night to everybody. Read who's ever in the chat. So this is I'm just going to read this real quick. Remember how natural it was when you were a child and the world was full of wonder for you to live a lifetime each day. Those are very same types of days still show up on your doorstep with the dawn of each tomorrow. They are so forgiving. They return time and again to the exact same spot, and they make themselves available whether you use them or not. If you are wise, you will give those tomorrows and yourself another chance to become the best friends. Sometimes all it takes is realizing what may have been lost and what might be found to see things in the right light again. That gave me goosebumps. I think that is so pretty. I just love that. So I every time before the show, I have to open up with something, and then I close it, with good things that you guys can all take with you. So go through the chat real quick, and we'll say goodnight to everybody. And I love you guys all bunches, and I thank you for subscribing to my channel, all my listeners. And
it says 99. Says you've got 99 subscribers. So, all right, good night, everybody. Thank you all for stopping by.
So we had Will Fly, Scott, Robert, Aaron, Munchkin. Yep. Everybody likes to hear their names, so go ahead.
All right, we got Bill H., John Wayne, Greg Laney, Scuba, Charlie Walsh, and I didn't see any chat from Charlie, so maybe he left.
Yeah, well, he dropped in to say hi, but he's working, so.
Oh, good, okay. Munchkin, Scott Savage, Tony Marzano, Walter Priori, Will Fly, Robert Michaels, Aaron Michaels, and Jade Just Wanna Fly.
And
Thank you
JD.
guys for stopping by tonight.
Yes. Much love.
See you tomorrow in Scuba's show.
That's right. Oh yeah. Got to go through the thing on who's tomorrow, and then who's on Tuesday.
We got Scuba Vapes on Friday night at 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern, and we've got Nobody Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Take a deep breath. And Tuesday we got Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane on the Tuesday night hangout.
Yep.
And Wednesday, if Jade is feeling better, we've got Just Wanna Fly. And that brings us back to the Treehouse again.
There we go. This was so fun. We talked about anything and everything. And I appreciate every one of you for stopping by on Thursday nights, because I couldn't have a show without you guys. Really, I couldn't have a show. I'd be sitting here talking to myself. So, and I want to thank my great co-host here, PPG Gypsy. PPG Gypsy, what is your YouTube? Because you need subscribers too.
It's ppg.gypsy-kramer, Kramer. Just like it shows up on my screen name down here in front of my face. That's ppg.gypsy-kramer.
You all subscribe.
So, I'll try to get back to putting some more videos on there.
It's got laughed out loud many times and got adopted. That's right. See, my family, every time I get on my show, my family keeps getting bigger. So yeah, I adopted Michelle, and Scott joined our family tonight. And so I had to, let Robert know. And, of course, Walter's dad, that's what Robert calls him, dad. So, but anyway, you all have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the chat during the week. Stay here for a couple minutes, girls, when we close the show, so I can say goodnight to y'all. But I love you bunches, and I will see everybody right here next week. Lindy's Treehouse. You never know who's going to pop in the studio, because I never give out that secret, because I always want to be surprised. So, because that's how I roll, you know what I'm saying? So I got my own style here and all that stuff. So anyway, love you bunches. You guys be safe, and I'm going to say goodnight, and we'll see you all next week, as my mouse is jumping around like crazy. Here we go. All right, we're going to say goodnight. Bye. Y'all be cool.
See you next time.
Bye.